Welcome to This Week in Poker, your source for the latest happenings in poker news. I'm Sean Green. First, on the poker legal front, it looks like Canadians in Quebec likely will be playing indisputably legal, government-regulated poker this year. The government approved allowing the province's lottery commission to establish online poker and sports betting sites. Quebec's finance minister, Raymond Bacond, was quoted as saying, "I believe this to be an efficient way of fighting the underground economy. Our citizens are not currently protected, and the money goes to illegal channels." The Quebec government estimates that the province could rake in as much as $50 million over the next 3 years because of the sites. The government says that regulation is more practical than trying to ban and cast out all existing gaming sites. If the venture is successful, all eyes will turn to politicians in the U.S. to see if similar ventures will be put in place here in the States. In more online poker news, Bodog Poker started a PR blitz recently alerting aspiring women poker pros that Bodog is looking to add to its roster. It's a call for women only, so sorry to most of our viewers. The press release said, Bodog Poker is on the lookout for female players to sponsor and send off to the biggest poker tournaments in the world. So you could not only be a sponsored pro, but you could also win yourself stack loads of cash just for playing cards. Any woman who is interested needs to start an account on Bodog, no deposit required, and email pro@bodog.com with her username, a photograph, and a short biography. The email subject line should be Female Pro Submission. Sign up through a special link from CardPlayer if you want to qualify for a bonus. The URL is cardplayer.com/link/BodogGirl. Let's move on to tournament news. The Borgata Winter Open Championship final table is taking place today, with Jeff Madsen headlining the final table. He's in 4th place with 3.2 million in chips. Others at the final table include Card Player columnist Matt Matros, Sirius Jamshidi, and Dave Fox. The chip leader is Al Grimes with 4.1 million. There were 766 entrants for the event, but only one will remain after tonight. Check back tomorrow for a recap of the entire final table. Other major poker series are also in full swing, including the LA Poker Classic and the Venetian Deepstack Extravaganza. At the LAPC, the major story is that poker pro Al Barbieri won 2 prelims in 4 days for nearly $68,000. World Series of Poker bracelet winner Daniel Alai's father, Eddie, also took down a prelim in the series. Event number 18 starts today, and the WPT Championship is set for February 26th. At the Venetian, the 9th event in the 24-event series kicks off today. The championship event in this series is a $5,000 buy-in event that is part of the PokerStars.com North American Poker Tour, or NAPT, which began its inaugural year with the PokerStars Caribbean Adventure in January. The NAPT main event kicks off on the 20th. January just came to a close, and with it, a winner was crowned in the 2010 Aussie Millions. For the 2nd year in a row, an Aussie appropriately was the last man standing in the event. This year's winner was Tyron Krost, who outlasted 745 other entrants to snag $1.8 million. To take the title, he had to avoid prominent young gun poker pros Sorel Mitzi and Annette Oberstad in the final table. Finally, it's always nice to see those who lead fortunate lives helping those in need. The University of Wisconsin Whitewater's baseball program needed to come up with $200,000 for desperately needed lighting for its field. Well, a UW alum and one of the most fortunate poker players of 2009 came to the rescue. Card Player Player of the Year, Eric Baldwin. We interviewed Baldwin about why the Whitewater baseball program was so important to him.
The lessons that I learned coming through that baseball program have transitioned into the difficulties you face when you're playing poker for a living. For example, we had some success as a baseball program, winning the national championship my senior year. So I learned a lot about how good hard practice and preparation can lead up to confidence and success once game time comes. And I've equated that in poker, putting a lot into trying to learn more, discuss hands with friends, and thus being confident when tournament time comes. And so I've learned a lot from that. I was also a team captain my senior year, and a separate set of challenges came along with that because there's always small conflicts within a team. So you learn a lot about conflict resolution and how different types of people react to certain situations. And I think that's transitioned really well into poker also, just in learning a lot about how different types of people react to adversity.
Well, that's it for this week in poker. Thanks for watching, and catch us again next week on Card Player TV.